Good evening, YouTube, and good evening, Twitch. This is Stay Weird 1993. Or, of course, if you know me from YouTube, it's Stay Weird 1993 Vlogs. Now, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're all having a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever time you're watching me. So, what am I doing? You might remember that a while back I said I'd never heal. That healing sounded like it was going to give me anxiety, right? So, what I decided is, since we hit 120, and I'm preparing for Shadowlands, and I want to have a new set of characters to go into Shadowlands with, is what I said. And we're back on my old server. And I've got my tank at 120, it just needs gearing. And I've got plenty of time to gear. Gearing isn't a factor, it's like that. I have time to do that. We're going to make a healer. We're going to bite the bullet and make a healer. So this is Ataru, a Disc Priest. Now, I did have a play around earlier. I got to level 25 just dicking around. Did one dungeon, did some questing. Just to make sure that I didn't get into this stream and hate this class. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get in here and was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And then it would make for a very poor stream because I'd be playing for the whole of 5 minutes and then I would decide that I hate this class. And that'd be the end of that, and I'd just be going back to my paladin, empty-handed, feeling disappointed, and like I've wasted my time and your guys clickbaiting, going, "Oh, he's doing a disc priest," and you know, I'm not. So this time we are. We're just going to do it. I found the disc priest quite interesting. I spoke to a healer, experienced healer, on my guild.
I need to target something.
So I spoke to an experienced healer, and I asked for some advice. I asked them what are their add-ons, what would they recommend for a beginner, and we had a little discussion around that. So what I did was I worked out for myself, I did a bit of research, a couple of add-ons, a couple of like tips and tricks on how to disc, and we're just going to do it. That is a horde player. So I'm going to get out of this zone. Get up. I'm quickly realising this zone was a mistake, so we're going to head straight. We're going to get out of here because we're going to go to Duskwood instead. We're just going to go back to Stormwind, I think. In fact, yeah, we'll just go back to Stormwind. Well, it'll take us back to the Vindicar, but Stormwind is where we're going. We're going to go back to Stormwind and we're going to go somewhere else. I've been killed twice waiting to start my stream here by the Horde already, so... They got the whole Sylvanas loyalist thing there. So that part of their war campaign takes them there. So it's fair play. I know why there's Horde there. And obviously, you know, the temptation to gank a Lobby, I suppose, is what's pulling them. But really what we're going to do is, this is going to be a trial by fire. We're jumping into dungeons. And we're going to try our very best not to suck. The keyword being try. I make no promises that I'm going to be actually any good at this. On top of that, I am not responsible for embarrassing myself by getting pissed off at this. Because I did one dungeon earlier and it was fine. Except that people kept running off. And I didn't want that because I'm like, hey, I'm new to healing. Please be nice to me, you know. And then instead we got like a real dick for a tank who just didn't care. That I didn't really know what I was doing. That maybe I'd watched 1 or 2 YouTube videos on how to do this. I mean, the basic philosophy of healing I understand, which is nobody should die. But prioritise making sure the tank stays alive because then you'll all die if the tank dies. As a general rule. You sadly can't idiot-proof it. The same philosophy with tanking. I do my role. Other people I expect to do theirs, right? So... That's a Cold Tyrann, I believe, yeah? Okay. Hello, Darby, how's it going? I'm pretty good. Pretty excited about tonight's stream because we're trying something a little different. I usually play tank or DPS. We've made a healer tonight. We're going to start our quest to becoming a semi-decent healer. I've been interested by the Discipline Priest spec for a very long time, and I finally made a Discipline Priest. So, the Discipline Priest is a weird one because it works off Atonement. This is what I gather from my reading and my research. It works off Atonement, which means that if I cast a spell which grants Atonement to my party members, it means that all the damage I deal will also heal them. So that means that my main priority is get my Atonement onto my targets and then start doing damage as well as healing. So it's sort of management of damage versus healing, which is kind of an interesting way to play it, I think. Rather than just straight spam heal. It's like, it requires a little thought and a bit of planning, which I'm looking forward to doing. I played around a little bit with this earlier, just to make sure I didn't hate the spec before I came on stream. And it seems good. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might get into this I might get in there about be 50, like I might be 20 levels in and decide I hate it. You never know. Let's see, where are we gonna go? Duskwood. I said I wasn't gonna do Duskwood again, but Red Ridge, which is where I wanted. Oh, dungeon popped. But we're gonna make our way to Duskwood as well. The thing is, I wanted to do Red Ridge Mountains, but the fact that the Horde have a Loyalist quest there for Sylvanas in BFA means that you get a lot of Horde players with War Mode on, just running through and just killing you. Because they're max level when they're doing the war campaign, so. I ran this earlier. This is what I tested healing on to make sure I didn't hate it. Let's go. Okay, so what we're doing here is, as I say, we're dealing damage to targets in the hopes that, effectively, because it grants atonement to us, it's really useful for effectively just... What you do is you get your atonement up on the tank or on party members. So get atonement up on whoever you're targeting to heal. And then you do damage, and it heals passive. It passively heals as you do it, which is really cool. I like this way of doing it. It's interesting. I didn't think I'd enjoy the healing role. But this seems legitimately interesting.
None can stand against the Serpent Lords.
Oh, I've been put to sleep. I am a relatively new healer, so if you see me making a lot of mistakes, then don't wonder why. Desperate Prayer.
do not have a target.
Oh yeah, Serpent Bloom. Okay, so as I say, we're doing healing, which is interesting because I don't usually heal.
I require a target.
So if you see me being quiet, it's usually because I am focusing on what I'm doing here. I'll just drop some more heals on that guy. Cool. Okay. I don't feel like we're doing a bad job. I mean, we might not be doing a great job, but we're not doing a bad job. I'm new to this. I'm not going to be great. I'm not going to be a pro healer straight away. We took herbalism and alchemy as our professions on this character. So hopefully everyone's doing okay. Lord Arbiter, have you been doing any more streams yourself or anything like that? So what we're doing here is is effectively not yet. No worries, man. You still see like me. I wanted to broadcast some of, if not all of my learning for this particular spec. I mean, there's going to be times where I will play it off stream, like in my on my off days. But I'm trying to learn a new spec at the end of the day on here, and it's like a new spec and a new role because. Again, part of keeping your interest in a game alive is doing things you don't... Not that I'm bored of tanking, because I love tanking in WoW. However, I was really... After watching... I was watching a video of someone playing Disc Priest earlier. And I thought to myself, I don't think I would struggle with this spec once I get my head around it. Like, once I understand what I'm doing, this looks like a pretty viable spec for me to play. And one of my buddies plays Disc, and he recommended it to me anyway. See, what I like about this game is you can get some real variety in terms of what you want to play. So by nature, I'm not a person who would pick a healer. However, I am very acutely aware that I need to challenge myself to do things. He's healing himself, I
You
suppose.
will never wake the dreamer.
So a lot of this is there's a lot of watching bars here. I've been playing Terraria, man. How's that going for you? I'll tell you, I mean, healing doesn't feel too bad. It just feels weird. The new update, is it a lot of fun? Oh, cool, cool. Good, man. Yeah, that sounds good. Getting the new update for a game, it's like patch day on WoW. I always find that exciting.
I do not have a target.
So much has been added to the game. Oh, they added a bunch of new features and stuff. Because I know that PewDiePie recently did a Let's Play of Terraria. It's always nice when a bunch of new features get added to a game. That's why I enjoy World of Warcraft's patch day so much. Because you get some really interesting stuff happen in the game. You get, like, NPC bosses and some other stuff. That's cool. See, with Crash, it's like what I need to watch out for is I've got to make sure Power Word is always up on this. Because then what happens is, because of the passive heals. So obviously you want to monitor your healing, but when you are playing disc, from what I can see, a lot of your actual healing comes from your ability to maintain your buff. So you got to maintain the buff. So for example, if I'm casting Power Word Shield on the tank, this grants penance. And penance means that he will get healed for every bit of damage that I do. As long as it's linked to certain spells. So now he's got that. I cast Shadow Word Death, see he gets healed immediately. It's like it's a feedback loop effectively. So with penance, What is so? Because with penance, sorry, it's atonement, not penance. So penance, I cast penance, and the atonement buff is what's healing him.
I need to target something first.
So it's interesting. I've not played a healer before, so a lot of this is really interesting. Well, this is a different way to play the game. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to how this plays at all. As a result of that, I'm kind of like finding myself. I'm having to learn how to play something entirely new, which is exciting. I feel like a noob again to this game, and I'm not a noob of this game by any standard. I've been playing this game for a very long time. I've just never fulfilled the role of healer. So what's interesting about playing healer for me is that it is new. It's like
I must get closer.
I don't really play caster, so when I was playing hunter and mage, that was fascinating for me.
Too far away.
And now that I'm playing healer, this is completely out of my comfort zone. Like this is not something I'm used to.
I must get closer. I require a target.
But I have no idea. I mean, other than that, I'm kind of having fun with this, you know.
I do not have a target.
I am the Serpent King. I can do anything.
Isn't that just the equivalent of in The Simpsons where Lisa goes, "I am the Lizard Queen"? I am the Serpent King. I am the Lizard Queen. I am Spartacus. I'm John Cena. Drop some Shadow Word Deaths. Naphael, I
I
believe
need
he's
to
called.
target something first.
He's not like dropping dangerously low health. His health's not full all the time, but you know. I'm new. I'm not expecting to be perfect at this. I'm realistic.
I cannot put that there.
If I'm being real with you guys, I'm totally new to healing. I have never really delved into healing at all. So all of this is new. The UI, the binds, the hover over effects that I've created with recommendation. You know, all of this is new. So this character, you know, it's a new experience for me, and that's exciting,
Too far away.
but also kind of scary. Because it is WoW, but it's not how I know it. It's not how I'm familiar with WoW. I'm guessing, okay, so we'll do that after. Okay, so healing's quite interesting, actually. I quite like this, because healing's a totally different idea to me. So if I can drop Nithael here, means I can keep an eye on his debuffs and his buffs. So if I keep that there. Sure, tank takes center role on my screen, but still. It's always nice to have focus down here, so if I need to hit my oh shit buttons.
I require a target.
Like, I'm quite enjoying healing. Now, whether or not that's going to pass, I think it's interesting, because a healer is a versatile thing to play in a group setting as well as you know, as well as a even PvP. Playing a priest. So I'm very new to healing. I've researched the basics, because of course. It's what you do, you know. You research the basics of anything that you do. I found I like to go into WoW with a little knowledge about what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing something entirely new or something I'm not familiar with, then I much prefer to have the ability to do it at my leisure. And so doing it at my leisure means that I like to go in and I do a bit of research first. Because I want to see, A, watch videos on how the spec played, B, what people were saying about the problems with the spec, C, what kind of people played the spec, and were they people that played the game like I do, or enjoy the same things in WoW that I did. So a big Disc Priest player, for example, is Taliesin, who is a big YouTuber for WoW. And I'm a big fan of Taliesin, and I tend to agree with him on a lot of things. However, I wanted to know, fundamentally, if Disc Priest was right for me, because I'd seen a lot of people saying, well, no, you want to play Holy if you're new to the game, you don't want to play Disc. And personally, I've just found Disc a lot more appealing in terms of how the spec works, because not only do I get to deal damage and contribute to the damage meters, but all the damage that I deal
I am awake at last.
actually helps my teammates,
I need to target something first.
and it helps improve healing. Thank the group for being up here. Oh, I was good, apparently, according to the guys here, so... Let's see here. Oh, we got a hand in our quests.
Peace, friend. We shall meet again. Go in peace.
I am honored. A loon like your hand.
That guy was nice. He's new to Prop Paladin, which is what I've been playing for God knows how long, and I'm new to Disc Priest. So he was trying something that I'd already done for years, and I was trying something that I've never done. So, okay, so I'm just going to cut this part for YouTube, just a sec.